Hey everyone, this is the Millionaire Hippies podcast with your host, Boom Shikha, where we chat about spirituality, business, and health. We all want to live self-actualizing, fulfilling lives with joy, prosperity, and gratitude. Let's go on this beautiful journey together.
Hey everyone, welcome to another podcast episode. I am so grateful that you're listening to my podcast and interacting with it. I hope that all of the different material that I've been sharing with you has been useful in your own endeavor to become more conscious, to become that human being, that best version of yourself that we're all aspiring to become. In today's episode, we'll be speaking about the fact that a lot of us are actually borrowing daily from our future energy bank and how that is detrimental, not only for ourselves right now, but for our future selves. And in a lot of ways, we have this mental mindset that we don't actually really worry about our future self too much. We think that she is going to be or he is going to be much stronger and better off than us. So why not borrow from them? One of the few ways we do it is, we borrow from our future self in the terms of money. So we actually take on debt. So we're actually stealing from our future self that way. But one of the ways I want to speak about in this episode is about energy banks. And a friend of mine and I were discussing this, that every single one of us has a certain amount of energy that we are born with, of course, that we start off each day with, definitely, and that we end off each of our lifetimes with, right? And in this energy bank, which differs from person to person, so you might be born with a higher energy bank than me, so you have more energy than me, you're more of an extrovert, you're able to do more things than me, you're able to hang out with more people, go out on more events, whereas me being an introvert has maybe less of an energy bank than you, and so I have to conserve my energy more because I get drained easier, also because I might be highly sensitive or an empath. There's a billion different things affecting our energy on a daily basis or a weekly basis, monthly basis. There might be things happening like hormonal changes for females and males, I believe, as well. So we go through cycles where our energy is really, really, really high on certain days and really low on others. We might also be boosting our energy up by using caffeine or alcohol or stimulants like Ritalin or other ADHD medication. There's other things that people do. Perhaps they even use cocaine, which is, again, a very dangerous method of doing it, but people do that. They take that so they can go faster and harder for a longer period of time. And so what we're doing with all of this is that we're pretending, first of all, that we have more energy than we actually do, which is not a good thing, because then we're pushing our bodies harder than they're meant to be pushed. A lot of times that works out well when we're younger because perhaps your body is more able to deal with wear and tear. But as you get older, every time you pull from your energy bank harder and faster than you're able to take on, you are detrimentally affecting your body, your physical body, by wear and tear. You're making it go, run at a faster rate than it's supposed to so that it wears out faster than it's supposed to. A lot of individuals do that to them so that they drop dead of a heart attack in their 30s or 40s because you notice that they were pushing themselves so hard and they were pulling so much energy from their future energy banks that they ran out really, really quickly. When I was younger, there was a story that was perpetuated in our school, in my high school, that we actually only have a certain amount of heartbeats in our body. And once those heartbeats are done, we die. And so the fact that, we were running around and we were puffing and huffing and doing all of these things that was making our heartbeats go faster and faster was not actually a good thing because we were killing ourselves faster. Obviously, I don't think that was the right way of looking at it because aerobic exercise is really good for you. Doing yoga, which perpetuates or makes your heart go faster, is a good thing. All of those things is a good thing. But what you're doing by pushing yourself beyond your limits, like completely beyond your limits. It's like those women who are taking their children's ADHD medication like Ritalin because they want to be the perfect wife, the perfect daughter, the perfect mothers, the perfect PTA person, the perfect colleague, the perfect career woman, everything. They just want to be perfect in so many different ways. And so they take Ritalin so they can go faster and harder and so they can survive on 2-3 hours of sleep, and they can work like dogs and just do so much more work than anyone else is capable of doing. It doesn't mean that they're not pulling from their energy banks. Just because you're artificially boosting your energy doesn't mean that's coming from anywhere outside of you. It's actually still coming from inside of you, just pulling from the future self. And you can pull from your future self up till a point beyond which your body is going to retaliate in so many different ways. There's so many ways the body retaliates. It could create a form of cancer in your body, or it could create an autoimmune disease that asks you to slow down, not very politely, or it sends a heart attack your way, so it tells you to slow down that way and take care of yourself. Or you get sick in some other way, or you break a leg, or you lose a job. There's so many different ways in which it happens, so that the universe is asking you, begging you, pleading you to stop pushing yourself so hard, because if you keep on doing that, you're going to die. And that's going to happen inevitably with all of us, of course. We're all going to die, but in a manner in which we have control over it a little bit. We can take care of our future self and not pull so much from our energy banks. I've noticed for myself as well, I obviously have ebbs and flows in energy, and it depends a lot on my period. So on those days when I know there's a boost in testosterone in my body because of the hormonal changes, I notice that I can go faster, I can go harder, I can do more work, but I don't feel as tired. And I let my body do that. I let my body work at that speed because I know it's because of my hormonal changes. And then right before I'm supposed to get my period, and certain moments by that, when I have a boost in my estrogen or other things like that, when my body's healing itself or things like that, I know that my energy level goes really low and I have no motivation to do any work. I just want to laze about in bed and watch Netflix. And I mostly try to allow myself to do that because my body is telling myself, take care, take rest, you're healing yourself right now. In a lot of ways, we don't actually listen to the body. The body is so intelligent, and I've said this before a billion times. If we can do one thing in order to live at that best peak of ourselves, it's to listen to our body's intelligence, to our gut, to our body, and to the intelligence that resides in our body rather than in our mind. I actually think our minds are quite stupid if it actually comes up to all of these ethereal concepts. It's great when it wants to think about how to solve a math problem. But when it comes down to following the natural rhythms of the universe, following flow or getting into flow, being creative and all that amazing juicy stuff, I feel like the mind is sometimes extremely stupid. And it's better for us to rely on our bodies, coming back into our body's intelligence. And a lot of times our body is telling us, slow down. Don't do this so fast. Don't push yourself so hard. Take a break. Take some time off. Go for a hike. Go to nature. Do all these things. And the body's constantly telling you what it needs, what it doesn't need in terms of the food that it needs, the nutrition that it needs. Sometimes you'll feel an intense urge to have some orange juices because you might be missing vitamin C. And the body's trying to tell you that without being rude about it, without falling sick. It's telling you, do this so that you don't fall sick. And a lot of times, the fact that we've fallen sick is actually, again, a sign from the body. The body's telling you, if you keep on doing this, you're going to get even sicker, but I'm kind of giving you a warning sign so that you can slow down and take care of yourself. Instead, what we do is we take some pills, or we take a stimulant, or we'll take some cough syrup and go work harder and harder and harder, not allowing our bodies to heal ourselves, not allowing our bodies the sleep that it needs in order to heal itself, not allowing our bodies the rest that it needs in order to heal itself. And so we get sicker and sicker, and the more sicker we get, the more antibiotics we put into our body, the more we kill our gut flora, the less body intelligence we have, the less we know what our body is trying to tell us, because all of the bacteria in our body is dead and is not able to communicate with us better. Thus, our immune system goes down further, and we get sicker and sicker, and the more antibiotics we need, and the cycle continues. Instead of following this blasphemous cycle, how about we just do something different? How about we actually listen to our body? And so when we have a pain in our stomach, or we have a pain in our ankle, instead of pushing through it and taking a pill to push through it, how about we slow down and figure out what's going on? Why does my ankle hurt? Why does my stomach hurt? What's going on that my body is telling me something? What is the message that the body is trying to give me? What is the message that I should be getting from all of this? Why is my body telling me that I need to slow down? Have I been pushing myself that hard? What can I do in order to come back to these moments right now in the present so that I can take care of myself better? How can I not pull from the future energy bank so that I can take care of myself right now and also in the future? And so I hope you kind of get an idea of what I'm trying to give you, in the sense that it is all about following our body's intelligence, but also not pulling from the future self, because that never ever results in anything good. Hope this makes sense to you guys. It's such an interesting topic because something that I've recently just started looking into myself. I didn't realize that you can pull from the future energy bank. And so it's fascinating to me to see that happen in my own life and me doing it. I'm obviously not perfect, and I do that to myself. And I notice how it affects me negatively on the weekend or in the future. Let me know if you guys have any questions at boomshikha@themillionairehippie.com. I'll talk to you guys the next time around. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening. Go check out my website at themillionairehippie.com if you want more free, awesome content. If you really like the podcast, please consider giving me a 5-star review on iTunes. Until next time, namaste.